Hey guys, it's Jake here, and today I'm bringing you guys a commentary on how I dislocated my elbow. So let's just start off with a little bit of background on this gameplay and on the actual story. This is a quick little 37-2, very nice gameplay that I got using the ACR. And yeah, that's about it for the gameplay. Let's get started with the actual commentary. So just for a little bit of background, this happened, I want to say two spring breaks ago. I went to Florida with my family for spring break, and we went to the beach. If you don't know, obviously you don't know, what am I saying? My family is a huge beach bum family. If you're not aware of this term, that means that we just love the beach. We love going to the beach, and whenever we have a vacation, we usually try and go to the beach. I am also very into skimboarding, and that's what I was actually doing when it happened. For anyone who is unaware, again, skimboarding is kind of the equivalent to surfing with no water. I don't really know how to explain it to anyone who doesn't know what it is. Pretty much you have this board. It's very, very thin, and it's about 3.5 feet long and 2.5 feet wide. And you throw it across the water on the very, very shallow part of the water while the waves come in. As they're coming back, as the water is going back out, and it's very, very shallow and very just low. There's not a lot of water. It just you can kind of skim across it, if you know what I'm saying. You take your skimboard, you toss it, and then you run and you jump on it. Now, I've been skimboarding for a very, very, very long time. I have a pretty nice skimboard, and I consider myself to be one of the best skimboarders in the world. Now, I'm just kidding, but I am pretty decent at skimboarding. I would like to say that I'm above average at what a normal skimboarder would be for just a casual skimboarder. Because there is professional skimboarding, and I'm certainly not that good, but I'm definitely better than the average kid who just buys one at like the cheap stores and gets like a $10 one and tries to use it. I know how to use it. I know how to do a little bit of tricks on it, and just a really fun time for me, and that's what I enjoy doing when I go to the beach. Okay, but let's keep moving. So what actually happened was I was at the beach. We had a hotel that was literally right on the beach, and we would walk to the beach at night as the sun would set, and me and my brother would just skimboard, and we just have a good time, and we just, fool around, watch the water, and watch the sunset, and me and my brother would skimboard. So on this particular day, I was skimboarding, me and my brother, and I don't remember what exactly happened, but this is what I do remember. I took my skimboard, I threw it out in the water, and I keep going, I'm going, and then I hit what you would call a bump of sand. Pretty much what this is a part of the water where the sand is a little bit higher than all the rest, so the water kind of came off of it faster. And when this happens, you can imagine you just immediately go into a stop. You just immediately stop because there's no more water. Your boy just stops. So it stops, and I fall, and I go flying into the water. And usually this happens pretty often when you're doing it. If you're not doing it if you're doing it in very shallow water like I was, excuse me. So I'm going, and it stops, and I go flying into the water. And at first, I'm just like, whoa, that was fun. Because, it's kind of fun when you go flying into the water, you crash into the waves. And that's probably one of the funner things about skimboarding, is just falling. But, so this all happens, and then I get up, and I'm like, oh, ow, my arm really hurts. So my arm was hurting extremely bad. It just looked kind of red right by my elbow. If you know what I'm talking about, the inside of my elbow, there's the outside where your bone is, the inside of it where like your veins usually pop out and stuff, and there's the crease. That part of your elbow, it was like just really sore there. It really hurt, and I honestly thought I broke my arm. But I didn't really think too much of it at the time because I was kind of just in an adrenaline rush after falling, and I just kept going. And after a couple more times, I was like, okay, I really can't do this. My arm actually really hurts. So I go over to my dad. I'm like, Dad, I just fell. I think I might have broke my arm or something. And he's like, oh, please, be quiet, Jake. You're fine. I'm like, no, seriously, I think I hurt my arm. And he just really ignored me. He thought I was lying, I guess. So we just kept going, and when we left, I just sat there on the beach the rest of the time, the next 30 minutes or so. And then finally we get back into the hotel, and I get some ice, I put it on there, and we look at it again, and my arm is all swollen up. My arm right around my elbow, it's all swollen, and it really, really hurt. And what actually happened was I dislocated it. We didn't know at the time, but we did go to the doctor, and I guess I'm going to have to go into another part 2 for this episode, for this commentary, excuse me, because the next thing that happens is pretty hilarious and pretty interesting, and it's definitely really funny. But if you guys would like to see part 2, I just would like to say that you could please leave a like, and that really would encourage me to get that out much faster. So thank you guys for watching, and okay, but now for one video that you may have missed. This video is a map analysis video on the map Dome. The intro, as you're watching right now, is actually made by this guy. His name is I'm Shift. I want to give him a quick little shout out and tell you guys you should go check out his channel, because it is an amazing channel. He makes 6 GFX, and you never know, maybe he can hook you up, maybe you can buy some GFX from him. I would definitely recommend it, and yeah guys, link it to his channel will be in the description. But that is it guys, go watch that video and tell me what you think of it. Thanks guys, and